good morning. I'm Kevin with Man Kitchen Recipes. It is morning. I've got a long cook today. I got my coffee. I drink my coffee black. You drink your coffee black? Leave a comment. How do you drink yours? So good. Oh yeah, see this Chevron? Check that out. My brother-in-law Ronnie and I, we used to make beer a lot. So we came up with the name of Chevron. He works in the oil field, so yeah, it's kind of appropriate. Anyway, enough about coffee. Today, man, I gotta tell you, Thanksgiving is coming up. I wanted to get this out there to give you some ideas of what to cook for Thanksgiving. And I think you're gonna like this one. This is taken from Susie over at Hey Grill Hey. She did this back for Easter, so 7 months ago, I think, right now. Anyway, I thought, man, it looks delicious. Great idea. She got it from somebody else, so who knows how many times you'll see this out here on YouTube. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cook a ham, because for Thanksgiving we usually do turkey and ham. For Christmas we usually just do a theme and do Christmas that way. So I picked up a 9-pound bone-in ham. This only works not cut. You don't want the spiral cut because that won't work. So what we're going to do with this ham is we're going to cook it like you cook a pork butt. Low and slow, and at the end we're going to pull it like a pork butt. It's going to be pulled ham. I'm going to do it on my Tailgater today because I get so many times I get asked what will fit in that Tailgater. Can we do a turkey? Can we do a pork butt? Can you do this? Can you do that? This ham is a 9-pounder, so it's a good size. It's about the size of a nice sized pork butt. So I decided to go ahead and do it in the Tailgater. I am using the Bear Mountain Gourmet Barbecue Blend. It says it's a balanced sweet smoky flavor. I thought that would sounded really good to go along with a ham. And then what we're going to put on there is we're going to use my it's not mine, it's just a classic rub that you can make yourself. I do have the recipe on my website at ManKitchenRecipes.com. And what I did was I took some of that, I put it in a spice bottle. I added about another tablespoon of sugar because this is a ham. I wanted to sweeten up your classic rub a little bit. And that's the best thing about making your own rub. You can make the classic rub, which is really good. And then if you want to spice it up, you can add spices. You can just change it up to what you're cooking. So anyway, I stuck my label on a bottle. So it's kind of a sweeter classic rub for the ham. So let's get this prepared. I've got my Tailgater set at 225 degrees. We're gonna let this roll for probably, I don't know. I want the internal temp of this ham to get up to about 165, just like you do a pork butt. And then we're going to cover it and take it on up to, 200, 205, right around there, probably 200. I'm gonna put it in a pan. It looked like I had a hole, but I think it's okay. I'm just gonna set it in a foil pan. We're gonna get I'm gonna show you how I prepare it here in a sec. But anyway, Thanksgiving, like I said, is coming up. Think about doing this because I'm pretty sure it's gonna taste good. I saw Susie taste it and it looked like it tastes good. For the glaze, I'm going to use, she used the barbecue apricot. I think I may do that. I may do Sweet Baby Ray's mixed with some pineapple mango or something. I don't know. I haven't decided 100% yet. But I do have some apricot jam I could use. So anyway, let's get this going. Okay, so I took this ham out of the packaging. It's pretty moist, so I was going to use some olive oil spray for a binder, but I think I'm just going to go for it because it is wet like that. And before I do, I am gonna put some on the bottom of it. I don't think Susie did, but maybe she did. I don't know. Get a nice amount on there. Then I'm gonna lay it that side down. And then we're gonna go ahead and get a lot of this rub on there. And before I get too far along, she did score hers, And you know, once you score it, once it's cooked, you'll see the little squares kind of open up. But then once it's opened up a little bit, that'll allow when we put our glaze on for the glaze to get in there a little better. So I'm just going to go ahead and score it just like she did. We don't want to deviate too far from the original recipe that I saw, huh? Okay, there's the bone. Doesn't have to be precise. Just go down a little bit. I'm just using my little paring knife because it's nice and sharp. I think she also used a paring knife. All right. So there you go. You don't have to go too deep. Again, let's get some more of this rub on here. Because it is very good rub. Sweetened up. Okay, so that is all there is to it. And I'm going to get this ham, stick it in there, let it roll. We're just going to set it there in the center. And since this is going to be a long cook, I am going to put a temperature probe in there. Just going to stick it on in. We want to bring it up to 165 internal. So this way I can keep an eye on it with my phone and not have to keep coming out and checking it. So look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? Get you a better look at how this fits in here. So we got a couple inches here at the top inside this tailgater. This tailgater, I love this thing. Fuel efficient. It's got a 5-pound hopper. Got it filled up to the top. This cook, I don't know. It may take. I may have to top it off, but it will go quite a while on that 5 pounds. So anyway, we'll check back. Okay, let's get our sauce made. I got about a half a cup of Sweet Baby Ray's. Got our heat on medium. I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of apricot jam. This is some homemade jam. You're going to get it all stirred up nice. Let it mix in well. Once I got it stirred in, I'm going to add a ounce of Jim Beam honey bourbon. Thought I'd try this with this. So I'll have an apricot bourbon barbecue sauce. Just let it simmer for a little bit. Get it all mixed in real well, and that's it. Look at this beautiful sauce. This is going to go great. All right, we are actually 5 hours and 45 minutes in. Look at that. We finally reached 160, so I'm going to take this off and wrap it up. So stick around. Okay, so here we go. This is a beautiful looking ham. Check that out. Okay, and here we go. Here is my apricot bourbon barbecue sauce. What we're going to do now is just pour this over the top. Cooled off a little bit, which is fine. Okay. Actually, I'm going to drain some of this juice off into my container here. Keep some of that. So Susie at Hey Grill Hey, she adds a cup of water to this pan, and what I'm going to use instead of a cup of water is I'm going to add some of this orange pineapple apple juice in here. So let's get this in here right now, and I'm just going to eyeball it. I'll put just about a cup in here. So instead of water, we've got the juice. I'm going to take a spoonful of this other juice. Get it over the top. Since our glaze was a little thick. Look at that. That looks beautiful, just like it is. We could probably go ahead and serve this up. But we're not gonna. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wrap this up in foil, and we're gonna stick it back in till it reaches 200 degrees, or 203, 205, anywhere between 200 and 205. All right, let's get this back in here. I connected my temperature gauge again, and we're going to crank this up to 300. And actually, what do we got that on? 350. We're gonna get this up to 200 degrees. Then we'll pull it off and let it rest. Go from there. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, so this has been going for just under 6 hours, and look at that. Move that for a second. Look at that. There is still, we're not even down to the bottom yet. But since we're gonna go for probably maybe 2 to 3 more hours, I am gonna add some more. Alrighty, that should easily take us to the finish line. Okay, so our smoked pulled ham is right at 200 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and take them off. It's been a long day. I would suggest if you do this, when you get your ham out, let it warm up to room temperature. I did not do that. I put it in, and when I stuck my temperature probe in, the ham was 45 degrees, so it took a little longer on the first part, almost 6 hours to get to 160. So, and also it probably would have helped if I would have went to 250 instead of 225. I did move it up to 225 after a couple hours, so there you go. You live and you learn. And then after we wrapped it, put the sauce on it and wrapped it, I turned it up to 350 degrees. It's been on that for 3 hours now, and like I said, it's hit 200 degrees, and I'm gonna take it off. It's winter's coming. We're supposed to have a freeze tomorrow night, so it's kind of cool out here. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna actually let it rest in my oven. I'm just gonna set it in there for about 45 minutes. Then we'll pull it apart and take a taste test. All right. Well, I'll take the foil off just so we can see it right now, but then we're gonna let it rest. Okay, so here we go. Let's just take a look at it. Look at that. That looks wonderful. Man, it smells amazing. Lots of juice. We're gonna let this go cool off a little while, and then we will shred it. See the bone sticking out there? It's ready to come right out. All right. See you in a second. Okay, after resting for 45 minutes in the oven, look at this. I took it out of the juice. Just like in a pork butt, pull the bone out. Look at that, nice and clean. That's your built-in thermometer right there, tell you it's done. All right, so get rid of this bone. Look at that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna pull this out. I've got some cotton gloves with these neoprene gloves. Look at this pull apart. It's nice, it's still really hot. Look at that. Oh my gosh, nice and juicy. This pulls apart better than a pork butt. Okay, pull it apart. See that big piece of fat? Just toss it out. That's why I like breaking and pulling pork butts and this ham by hand. You can pull out all the undesirables. You don't want to eat some of this stuff. So you just keep pulling it apart, shred it, just like pork butt, like I said. Here's another bone. You want to get rid of that. Look at that. Clean, clean, clean. And when it's shredded, I get some of the juice from the pan, that orange pineapple apple. Get it all over the place, and there you go. Some delicious pulled ham. Okay, how about that? Boy, did that ever shred up nice. I'm telling you. Of course I took a taste while I was shredding it, you know? I mean, that's part of the pitmaster privilege, right? Anyway, I brought a little bit outside. Man, I gotta tell you what, this is amazing. Oh my gosh. You can taste that apricot bourbon barbecue sauce I put on there. Spot on. That is really good. The pineapple mango juice that I put in here. I think it probably worked out better than using water. Anyway, tonight, since we have such a big pile of it, we're just going to make some sandwiches out of it. I'll probably throw in a picture here in a minute. But, you know, that black part, it's not burnt. That's just part of the crust. That's where that barbecue is. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, there you go. All day process. It's like doing a pork butt, like doing a brisket. Plan on starting early. Let it come to room temperature. Start out at 250. It may not take, I think it took 9 hours. It may only take 7 to 8. But let me tell you, pulled ham, totally worth it. Totally different than just having a honey baked ham, a spiral ham with that glaze on it. Oh my gosh, our guests at Thanksgiving are gonna love this. Man. You literally have to try this to believe how good it is. So, with that, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Leave me a comment about this. This is incredible. Ring the bell. Ring the bell, and we'll see you guys on the next cook. Yeah. I should have done this a long time ago. So good. All right. We'll see you.